Far Cry Primal, a hidden gem, and it's also the next game in the Far Cry franchise that I will 100%. I boot up the game and I immediately start a new game on the hardest difficulty, which is Expert in this case. We are now on a hunt with the sole objective of killing a mammoth with our fellow tribespeople, and the mammoth didn't stand a chance to our sharp spears. However, we are attacked by a saber-toothed tiger, making us fall down a steep cliff, concluding the prologue mission. I said that I was going to 100% this game, but what exactly is 100%? Let me explain. In order to fully complete the game, you need to tame and kill 42 different animals, collect 184 different collectibles, which are 12 spirit totems, 22 different cave paintings which are located in caves, and goddamn they are annoying to get, 25 Wenja bracelets, 25 Isila masks, and 100 Deisha hands. I have no idea why Ubisoft thought it was such a good idea to implement 100 of these, but anyhow. You need to craft and upgrade 24 unique weapons, and you do so by collecting resources in the game, explore 10 cool major locations, and liberate a total of 31 outposts and bonfires that functions as a fast travel point after being liberated. There are 15 outposts to liberate as well as 16 bonfires. There are 13 journey chapters which include story missions, and I will cover them later. 16 village upgrades are unlocked by collecting resources once again. There are also some things that you don't need to do in order to achieve 100%, but I did it anyways. I unlocked all the skills in the skills tree by using skill points, and I also got to the max tribe population of 300 by doing side quests in the game. With all that out of the way, let's continue with the story missions. We wake up after a hard fall and bury our tribe friend who sadly passed away due to his injuries from the fall. We are now all alone, and that leaves us with nothing, so we create a bow out of some sticks as well as make a campfire in order to sleep. After that we create a club to venture into a cave. A stranger is lurking in the cave and we try to warn her about the saber-toothed tiger, but she does not listen. However, we manage to escape the vicious beast and the stranger follows us to another cave that later becomes our base. The woman was injured by the saber-toothed tiger and we need to collect 4 green leaves to heal her, and she seems happy by our efforts. We meet the shaman who insists on us drinking a bloody cocktail, a Bloody Mary if you will, and we are teleported into another dimension. A golden owl appears and we follow it through some beautiful scenery until our trip ends. The next mission is called Beastmaster, where you need to tame a wolf. There are also other beast taming missions in the game called Beast Master Hunt missions, which you need to complete in order to achieve 100%. The first beast that I hunted was a BLOODFANG SABRETOOTH. I followed the trail left behind the beast in order to then fight it and finally taming it. The second beast hunt mission is a little different. You are tasked with killing the blood-tusked mammoth, a huge hairy elephant who's really no threat at all. The surroundings are more dangerous. I even died to icicles falling on top of me. Anyways, after that I finally killed it and skinned it for its precious hide. The next hunt we will be doing is a SNOWBLOOD wolf hunt. You need to hunt a pack of wolves down, kill 2 of them and then tame the 3rd one. The Great Scar Bear is the last beast that you need to tame from the Beastmaster Hunt missions. He really packs a punch and it took me some time to finally tame him. And now, back to the story missions yet again. Our village is under attack by another tribe called the UDAM. We fight them off, but this is only one of many hostile encounters to come. The shaman insists once again that we drink one of his cocktails, but this time with a pair of eyeballs in it. We are transported into a cold dimension full of snow where we need to follow a massive statue breaking through the ice. In the next mission, we need to rescue a Wenja warrior in need by fending off enemies as well as burning their corpses. After that, we enter yet another cave to kill another beast. We then decide to enter another cave, once again, but this time we're trapped, and an old man pisses on us. After a while, we manage to escape the cave to then later confront the old man that pissed on us. He tells us to go out and gather some blood of Oros rocks. I don't know what for, but I did it anyways. A hunter approaches us and shoots a shot at me just to show off. She then gives me the task to kill a bear and I do so with no major issue. We meet the shaman again and he needs our help. He needs us to gather 4 rare eagle feathers, a quite simple task, but I dove into some water later so that was fun. The Taken Wenja is a mission that sends us out to infiltrate another rival tribe's camp that's called the Isila tribe. We need to burn it down and kill all the enemies. After doing so, we are attacked right when we are about to leave. The Isila leader throws us into a burning pit of fire and we need to find our way out. Totem looters have destroyed some totems and we need to kill them in order to retrieve 3 totem scraps. After that we meet up with the shaman again to drink more blood, and this time we are transported into a dimension filled with fire. We see a mask as well as the leader of the Isila tribe. We then destroy 4 standing stones with our bow and the moon explodes. Our next task is to kill a tall elk in order to skin it, but we have one problem. The UDAM tribe is also after that same elk, so we need to be fast and kill the elk before the UDAM does it. We venture into UDAM territory to retrieve a special plant, but before we know it, we're attacked by the UDAM people. A prison cell is now our new home, but it doesn't fulfill our needs, so we decide to escape by fighting through the cave. The mask from our trip fueled by blood given to us by the shaman seems very important, and we are sent out to another Isila camp to retrieve the mask of KRATI. After doing so, we need to sneak our way out and avoid detection as much as possible. The shaman then takes the mask from us to then piss on it, and after that he puts it on our face. What a wonderful gesture. The hunter from earlier wants us to lure a big mammoth to the other Wenja hunters in order for us to kill it and skin it. In the next mission we are introduced to a guy named Erky, and he is the only character in the game that I actually like. Anyways, Erky wants to fly like a bird, so we gladly help him fulfill his dream by collecting a tortoiseshell, snowbird feathers, raven feathers and skin from a bitefish. We give Erky his needed resources for the wings and watch him fly like a bird down a steep cliff. Erky somehow survived his fall and he wants us to help him again, but this time with building armor that can withstand the spear. So we go out and collect 3 Erky rocks. He then assembles his armor and we throw a spear against him, and to be honest, he took it like a champ. We now have to seek redemption against the UDAM, and we do so by jumping on top of a mammoth to then destroy a UDAM camp. We thank the mammoth for its services and return it to its family. The Wenja warrior that we helped earlier is in trouble and we need to help him. We find him, but his friend is dead, so we do everything we can to make him survive by defending him from enemies. We leave the cave together and he pushes me down, so I do the same just for fun. After that I decided to infiltrate a highly guarded outpost to capture an UDAM leader by the name of Da. I take down Da and I also take down the rest of the remaining enemies to then imprison Da back in my village. My tribe filled with Wenjas didn't seem too fond of Da, so they strapped him down in a cave, slowly filling it with water. And it's my mission to save him by clogging holes in the cave to suppress the water flow. He later thanks me by pushing a rock through his skull or something. I'm very unsure and it kind of put me off a little. I meet Erky once again and he wants to try a new experiment since the last 2 were such a success. He wants to find a new stink in order to see if it can repel a bear. We need to collect 5 pieces of rhino fecal matter, 3 honeycombs and also tame a bear. He then covers himself in the shit and I command the bear to attack him, and I am unsure if he survived this one. Anyways, I decided to throw him into the lake in order for him to smell a little better. I really hope that it works. We once again venture into UDAM territory to find some bone dust for Da. I decided to liberate yet another outpost, but this time it's owned by the Isila tribe and I need to capture its leader called Roshani. I kill all the enemies and I capture Roshani. He tries to bribe him with fire bombs, but I imprison him anyways. Roshani then sends us out to collect 3 seeds of the sun by killing tribespeople from the Isila tribe. Roshani and the shaman in our village tell us to go to an altar when Wenja is going to be sacrificed by the Isila tribe. We need to stop them and save the Wenja. We then need to kill other Isila people and collect stolen trophies to avenge Da. After that we attack the Isila yet again, but this time we burn down one of their camps to the ground. And finally, we infiltrate their homeland to stop them from taking over Oros. We blast through their gates with the mammoth in order to rescue capture Wenyas that will help us attack the Isila even more. The rescued Wenyas help us to attack the Isila land, and we put on the mask from before that our fellow shaman pissed on, and it's game on. I enter an arena where I am greeted by the Isila leader Batari, and it's my mission to kill her in order to stop the Isila. This boss battle was actually quite difficult. You always needed to kill other enemies in the arena as well as fully utilize all your weapons. But finally I did it. Batari was no more, and it felt so good to push her into the fire like the way she pushed me down into that fire pit before. We later reunite with the Wenja tribe, and the shaman has prepared a brew for us in order to party and celebrate the downfall of the Isila. Next up, we need to infiltrate the UDAM homeland, with our main goal being to kill Ul, the main antagonist of the game and the leader of the UDAM tribe. The enemies in the raider camp are no match to our bow, and we fight our way through a cave to find Ul. And there he is, oblivious to what will happen to him. I attacked, throwing a dozen of spears, shooting multiple fire arrows as well as bee bombs and fire bombs. And finally he was defeated, but before he perished, he wanted to get some sympathy points by showing us his baby. I truly didn't care, and I just wanted to see him dead. I then returned back to my village where I'm greeted as a hero. I also meet Da again, and instead of wanting me to stab him with a rock in the head like last time, he wants me to stab him through the heart with a bone knife, killing him. The celebration has now started in the Wenya village, a village that I created, and I have finally conquered Oros. So, this is it, I guess. After roughly 26 hours of game time, I have finally achieved 100% completion in Far Cry Primal. And if you have managed to reach this far in the video, I would just like to thank you. And if you liked the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. If not, maybe leave a like or a comment, I would appreciate that just as much. That is all from me. I will now let my character give you a final score of the game. Thank you so much for watching.